The National Broadcasting Company presents Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Fran?
Yes.
Not anything new?
We see. Have your hair cut?
No.
Let me see. Some new mittens.
Nancy Booth made them for me.
They're beautiful with your initials on.
I got one, too.
He
I mean,
did?
he ain't got mitts. He got a scarf.
Oh, how handsome. Yes, it's lovely.
Right.
See, it is.
I think I better pack it away. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't, Kukla, but I've been pretty busy.
You met him over yet?
No, I haven't seen. She went to the Ballet, didn't she?
No, we'll take my mittens off.
All right.
She said she had a good time, but I didn't have a chance to talk to her about
Well,
it.
I didn't either. I meant to stop by this morning and ask her if she enjoyed it.
I bet that she did.
I guess it was quite a social affair, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so. I wasn't there.
Well, no.
Both.
I know where you were because you were where I was.
Yes.
And I know where I was.
Yes, me too. Hello.
Hello, Madam Oglethorpe.
Oh, it was divine. I
Was
heard
it
you
really?
talking. It was simply divine. I loved every moment of
Well,
it.
I'm so glad you looked so
Oh,
lovely.
Oh,
Lily.
thank you so much. Oh, it was just so glamorous and everything.
So happy that you got better tickets.
Oh, they were
I
lovely
mean-
right on the main floor there. So wonderful. You can see everything so beautifully right there.
Well, what did you see? Tell me, what did they do?
well,
The
they
ballet.
took the wraps off when they came in. And some of them didn't come in till quite late.
Well, yes, that's the
What do you mean the ballet?
The ballet.
Oh, I didn't see much of it. I was awfully busy. Everyone was there, you know. Who is anyone? And so many of us came in late, and so many of us... We had so much to talk about that several of us didn't catch the performance, I'm afraid. But it was lovely, just divine. The people... I've never seen such clothes. You mean on the stage? No, in the audience. Oh, everyone was dressed. The weather didn't seem to bother anyone. Had lovely gowns on and furs. It was exquisite, I tell you. Saw so many of the girls.
Oh,
Just
did you?
divine. Yes, just divine.
Who danced last night?
Oh, we did afterwards. We had a lovely time. No, in the ballet. Oh, I didn't notice. Yes, there was a fine young man. Very fine, splendid legs. I saw him. Went across quickly once when I turned away from my neighbor to talk to my neighbor on the other side. He was fine, just grand. Oh, we had a divine time.
Doesn't mean...
Everyone dressed, of course, the tuxedo and everything. It was just grand.
Well-
I'm glad you did, man.
Yes, I should say. I'm so glad you were able to go.
Did you see all the performance? I mean, were you there for the whole thing? I think so. I don't know. I don't really remember. I just remember there were 4 intermissions, so I loved every minute of them.
That hardly seems like Madame Oglethorpe. She's usually a wonderful audience.
Maybe she had her tongue in her cheek or something.
Well, maybe so. I don't know.
Well, I know how it is. She probably knew so many people there. You know, and you visit everything, and it's such a long way down the aisle from the foyer. It's hard to get down to your seat time.
I suppose so.
Intermissions and talking and visiting, you know, going out, get drinks of water and then Coca-Colas and things. I suppose it just takes a little time.
Did Viola say... Well, did she go, Madame Oglethorpe?
Well, she didn't go.
Oh.
She was in the gallery.
Well, she probably enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I suppose she did. Climbed all the way up there. Hello.
Hello, Ollie.
I'll tell
Where
you,
were you?
I have had an experience today
Really?
that is just it just goes to show you. Just goes to show you, if people don't have a little more control of their emotions and their thoughts and their ideas, what can happen? Why, this whole city could just go to pieces in 2 minutes if people just don't get a grip on themselves.
What do you mean?
Oh, this snow business. I rode home on the streetcar.
Oh, I know what
Well,
you
I
mean.
tell you, the
Ollie.
streetcar was very crowded. And the poor motorman was doing his best. You know, the snow pile up on both sides, cars driving everywhere, trucks stuck everywhere. Honestly, it was just really a miserable mess for the poor fellow. Well, it seemed that this poor streetcar man got caught at some corner, see?
Yeah.
And some lady came up to him and she said, "You'd better get the streetcar. You better get the streetcar going," she said. And he said, "Well, I can't, madam, because there's a car in front of it." And she said, "It's your fault." Imagine
Oh,
that.
dear. Well, she
Poor
was in a
fella.
hurry and tired,
suppose
I
she was
suppose,
tired,
and nervous, yes.
Well, you know how it gets with all the snow. Everybody loses
Well,
it.
at
Yeah,
the
but
risk
you-
of being called cynical and bitter, I really wouldn't care if I never saw another snowflake.
Well, that's the way I feel about it, but you can't let it get you down.
I
Now,
suppose
this lady, evidently, she was harried and harassed and everything, but she shouldn't have lost her temper. And she said, well, don't speak to me like that, young man. I'm a mother of 9 children, and nobody can speak to me like that.
What did she say? I mean, what did he say to her?
I don't think he said anything to her. He just said he couldn't get the streetcar going. If she didn't like it, she could walk. I thought that was a pretty
I
good...
don't think he'd say that.
Well, he might have said it. I really didn't blame him. And with that, she hauled up and clomped him.
Oh, no, Ollie, you're making this up.
I'm not. She clomped him one right over the eye.
Oh.
And he opened the door and he turned, and everybody was cheering him. You see, they were all for him. And we said, Ray, motorman. Then all of a sudden, he opened up the doors and he turned around to the entire car and he said, I don't care if I lose my job. I'm parking the streetcar here, and you folks can just lump it.
Really?
I lumped it all the way home.
How was it? Pretty lumpy, hmm?
I didn't blame the poor fellow. He went right into, into the streetcar barn and slammed the door and cried.
Oh.
Well, I would have if I'd... Now, that's not right.
Well, it
People
really
shouldn't-
is just awful. I know how. We have a great big icicle. Ollie, honestly, have you seen it? It's on the, what do you call them?
Water spout?
Water spout. You never saw such an icicle, and I went out to hammer part of it off, and part of it fell on my head, and I slipped, and I was so mad I didn't care if the drain spout, everything, and all came down at one time.
You might have had amnesia. You have to be careful with that.
I never thought of that. I could just as easily as not have
Well,
had
this
it.
morning I came down in a taxi cab, and the taxi cab came down a street, and it was just one way with a snow pile on both sides, and another taxi cab came up the other way, and they both just stayed there.
Well, that's the one.
One said, would you move? And the other fellow said, you can move. And so they both just sat there. Just like that. They sat there. They pulled out their lunch.
Did you wind up lumping it, too?
I lumped it all the way home.
Well, now, people can't... You can't be like that in this weather. You've got to keep your temper and
Well,
be nice and happy.
of course, that's the idea.
Well, there's a spirit of cooperation. After all, it's right. Remember that little song, Jack? That song we used to sing about...
Sure.
Nice...
About the neighbor?
Nice to be nice to your neighbor.
I remember that one.
I hope I do.
Well, nice to be nice to your neighbor. Step right up, shake his hand, say hello.
It's so nice to be nice to your neighbor. Step right up, shake his hand, say hello.
Oh, it's nice to be nice to your neighbor. Give a howdy, mister, everywhere you go.
It costs nothing to smile at your neighbor. If it does, then it's well worth the price.
Lend a helping hand to those who need it, you'll have no regret. 'Cause the more you give of happiness, the more you're bound to get. When that judgment day comes rolling round, oh brother, you'll be set. So be nice, 'cause it's nice to be nice.
It's so nice to be nice to your neighbor. Through the ages you'll find that it's so.
Cleopatra was nice to her neighbors. That's the reason she had more than just one beau.
If that queen had been mean to Columbus, the old Mayflower might still be on ice.
Every history book is filled with folks who gave their very best. You remember how Sir Walter spread his fancy Sunday best.
And New York would be more crowded, but a nice guy said,
Go west. So be nice, 'cause it's nice to be nice.
That's the idea.
That's, of course, a wonderful philosophy.
And I've got an idea.
Have you, Dick?
Yes, as I came home, I saw how the poor neighbors all along here, they were having a hard time getting their cars out. Now, a lot of them have shoveled the snow away from their cars and everything, but the street is so bad.
Oh, I know. It's just impossible to move.
So I got a wonderful idea, and I'm going to help them all.
Well, aren't you wonderful?
On the way home, I stopped, and I got some very special equipment. I've got the station wagon out with the tire chains on it, and I'm going out and help everybody.
Oh, that's
Well,
wonderful.
bless your little heart.
Where's the vacuum cleaner?
Vacuum cleaner.
Well, where it always is in the broom
Well, I'll
closet.
find it, kids, so don't worry.
Well, you don't have to clean up anything.
No,
Ollie,
it's
this,
all right.
I'll do
I
the
just
rub.
wanted to borrow
No,
something from
don't
kid.
you worry.
I'll see you.
Okay. What he's got in mind.
Jack,
Yeah, Ollie.
do you have a wrench or two for the piano? I need something.
I can get you one.
Okay.
I'll look for it.
I got this practically fixed. It's going to be the little wonder Oliver J. Dragon's snowplow works on an entirely new principle with a vacuum cleaner. Great. Got hooked right onto the front of the old station wagon. Old station wagon? It's a new one. What am I saying?
Fran!
Yes?
Yes? Telephone.
Telephone?
I think so. Here, would you get that one?
Sure. You busy?
Oops, that's the
Excuse
back door.
me.
Somebody's at the back door.
Hello?
Hi, Betty. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, what?
Yes?
What?
Mm-hmm. Well, yes. Ollie, I believe, went out to clear the street. If what? Well, you see, the snow is way up to where? Your front door.
What's the matter, Fran?
Well,
Who is it?
well, certainly we'll be... It's why Betty's father.
Well, why, Betty was just at the back door. She was wearing snowshoes.
Well,
She had a whole dog team.
Certainly we'll help shovel it out. Yes. Who can we send to shovel?
Oh, shovel what? The Vauxhall shovel?
No, they aren't. He said that the snow is packed clear against their front door. They can't even see out. Well,
What?
yes. Just a few minutes, as soon as I can find somebody. All right. The back door, too. Oh, Kukla, what do
Somebody
we
just
do?
went down the alley in a very strange machine. Looked like a flying saucer.
Well, is Fletcher busy?
I don't know about Fletcher. Maybe Beulah? What, dear?
Honey, would you shovel?
Shovel?
Why, Betty's father's at front. We see, it's the front and back both now. Ollie went to clear out the street, and the snow is blowing clear up. There he goes again. Oh, dear. Maybe I just better try to stop him. Is this a telephone?
I'll help.
Hello? Yes, Mrs. Glockenspiel.
Jack, get a shovel.
He couldn't have gone past your house. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mr. Glockenspiel is under all that snow. He was on the front porch at the time. Well, just a second.
What's he doing?
Jack, would you know Mr. Glockenspiel if you dug him out?
I don't think so, Fran.
Who is doing this? What is all this about? Ollie? Ollie?
Yes, Ollie.
Ollie's done what?
Somebody will be over, Mrs.
The
Glockenspiel.
other phone.
All right.
Hello?
She doesn't care so much about Mr. Glockenspiel, but he had the roast for dinner.
Hello?
Well, it won't spoil, that's for sure. Well, we'll be there. Don't worry.
Fran?
What?
It's the city department. Something.
Oh,
What? The what? Strange machine. What? Strange. It's pulled up half of the Michigan Avenue Bridge.
oh, it can't have.
Well, I mean, just half is raised up. What a
Oh,
suction
gee.
it must have. Yeah? Well, here, you can talk to Fran. I think it's the mayor, I'm not sure.
What do I say?
Just call
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Connelly.
Mr. Connelly, it wasn't our, we tried to do the best everybody has to give and take a little. I guess we've given a little more than our share at this time.
The what? Hello?
Who have you got?
Police department.
One of your men is on the other phone, Mr. Connelly, I'm sure.
The cobblestones that Astor? The cobblestones are all pulled up to Astor.
Well, I never liked him anyway.
What else?
Well, it was a pleasure to talk with
Oh,
you.
there's a whole row of trees in Lincoln Park that are missing.
Oh, it can't. Oh, that's the wrong phone.
Yeah, well, I
Well, he
don't
has
think
to come
he's
home.
Hello? Who? Ollie! Oh, it's Ollie. Where are you? What? He's on his way through Washington, D.C.
Through Washington, D.C.?
You can't turn it off. Well, we'll be there to get you sometime soon. Okay, remember on television, it's Kukla, Fran.
Ollie?
Yeah.
The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Beulah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz. The costume designer is Joseph Lockwood. And the technical director is John Nathalie.
Hello, Ollie. It's Burr. Yeah, well, hang on. No, we'll get to you. Good night.
Kukla, Fran and Ollie was brought to you from Chicago by the National Broadcasting Company.
NBC Television.